Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners' participation program.
Talk Today.
What's on your mind, Cayman? If you're ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Discussing current events and local news, community spotlights, hot topics, listener stories, cultural and historical discussions, and environmental issues, fun and lighthearted topics, guest interviews. Cayman, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your guest host,
Charles Glidden.
Coming up next, we're freestyling here on Talk Today. Pick up the phone. Let us know what's on your mind. It's open line. Talk Today next on Radio Cayman. Stay with me.
Talk Today is reminding you
to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990. 949-8037 or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
And now, back to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Talk Today. I'm Charles Glidden. I'll be hanging out here for the next couple of hours, and thank you for making me be a part of your lunch hour. I'm still in the control room. Yeah, still haven't got the renovated studio ready, but it keeps looking better and better. So since I'm in the control room, I'm in here with Paul today. If you usually check us out by going online, go to YouTube or Facebook, you will be able to hear me, but you can't see me, okay? No cameras in here in the control room. So if you're tuning in online, you can listen. It's radio, online radio. No streaming. It's another manic Monday. Back to dealing with the realities of life. I've taken these days to starting the day off with some encouragement from Bob Marley. My alarm is set to wake me up with Bob's Three Little Birds. Yeah. I tell myself everything's going to be all right. Yeah, everything's going to work out. Yeah. Let's roll out, Everything's going to be all right. And as great-grandfather told Little Big Man, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's how it goes, right? But keep moving forward. Keep it positive. That was a pretty good movie. That was what? Gosh, that was long ago. Little Big Man, Dustin Hoffman. Good movie. Ever get a chance to check that out? Take a look at it. Speaking of movies, I'm going to have to start going back to the cinema for movies because I go to Netflix and it's like every title that looks interesting to me, I check it and, oh, I saw this already. It's like all the picks that I go to, yeah, I saw this some time ago. But I guess that's what happens when you've been around the block as many times as I have. So what's going on, K-Man? Pick up the phone, give me a call. We can talk about just about anything. Just before Christmas, we were talking about gifts and all that, and I joked that I would get my wife a Barbie doll. Because one, I think it was the Poet Laureate, yes. The Poet Laureate suggested that people should play with dolls, relax, get away from the stress of things, get back to have a little downtime with a doll. So I said I was going to get my wife Vinette a Barbie doll for Christmas, and seeing that Vinette has worked with children of varying abilities, including disabilities, maybe I just might get her the latest Barbie doll. Barbie began way back in 1959. And the first Barbie dolls, they came out as very thin, very, very Caucasian, blonde, of course. A typical model-type female, right? And this was representing an image that not many girls could ever live up to. Then came diversification. There came black Barbies, Hispanic Barbies, Barbies with a fuller shaped frame, more curvy, a more curvy figure, a little meat on the bones, more real type bodies. And then they even had a Down syndrome Barbie and a type 1 diabetes Barbie. This was all in response to criticism over a lack of representation in this very popular doll. And the latest inclusion in the Barbie doll lineup is an autistic Barbie. Yeah. Mattel has now sought to make autism visible with Barbie's new body. The autism Barbie that includes eyes that gaze slightly off-center, that's intended to represent an autistic reluctance to make eye contact. Each autistic Barbie also comes wearing noise-canceling headphones to limit overstimulation. The doll's other accessories include a fidget spinner, remember them? A fidget spinner to offer a sensory outlet and a tablet showing a communication system used by those who have difficulty speaking. The new autistic Barbie was designed with advice from the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network in the U.S. and has been endorsed by autism charities in the UK. I didn't know this, but there have also been blind Barbies, a Barbie that uses a wheelchair, and as I mentioned, the Down syndrome Barbie. And I guess it's all about young girls being able to relate to the doll that they play with. And autism is known as an invisible disability. It has a very wide degree or spectrum of severity from functional to truly disabled. And here in Cayman, we have a nonprofit organization dedicated to serving the autistic community in Cayman. Autism Cayman is called. And Autism Cayman promotes autism acceptance in the Cayman Islands. And they also provide community-based support, information, and advocacy to autistic persons and their families in allegiance with all autistic persons in the Cayman Islands. Of course, parents of autistic children face quite a challenge and need that support. And autistic people, because in many cases their condition is not seen clearly as a disability, unfortunately, they're often seen as, being odd at best and at worst weird, just plain misunderstood by their peers, their coworkers. The interesting thing is, though, from my experience, if you get to know an autistic person, some of them are very, very smart people. And they have a perspective on things that can be absolutely amazing. We have a caller on the line there, so let's check in with the phone lines. Good afternoon, you're on the air.
Hey, Chalo, how you doing, man?
I'm fine, and you?
All this on this Manic Monday.
Yeah.
Man, I was downtown early this morning, like 5 o'clock. And
5 o'clock.
every time I go downtown, I have to go down to the Port Authority,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man, because I got some sweet memories there, man. And to see that nice crane that we just bought there, man, to see that in action makes me feel good as a Caymanian, money well spent, my boy.
What does it have some kind of special features or something?
No, not really, but just to see the model of the technology.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it looks superior to the other ones we had there, but they were good. So it all comes with time, man. But for me, it's money well spent, man. And I want to say thanks to the minister. He's a good man and spending some good money around here. You can see where the money is, man. It's okay. It make me feel good to be Caymanian, man. Trust me. But looking at Georgetown in general this morning and, taking time out to really look at it and see how clean that we're really keeping it, brings back memories, man, of the olden days,
So you go down there early in the morning often?
No, just once in a while,
Yeah.
I got to go into the town, so... But it's all good, man. It's all good, Like you say, you wake up in the morning with 3 little birds. Yeah. That's okay. It's I rise with the foul suit, so it's okay. It's all okay, man. Yeah, man. So I was trying to get some credit in town this morning, and I almost got angry at Flo, but to find out, credit was there. I just had to work a little harder, that's all. Anyway,
you had to earn it.
Going up. Hey?
You had to earn the credit.
Yeah, man. I ended up going up countryside. It's been a couple of years, and I've been up there. And when I get up there, it's some changes. And came on really nice, Chalo.
Tell me, what do you think of the whole development down the middle of town with the all that brickwork? You like what you see downtown now?
Really, Chalo, how I feel about that, Since it's there, it look good. Since it's there, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But we really don't know how to put that there. We could have put that money someplace else, because the tourists, they see that everywhere they go. And many Caymanians see their traveling thing, they see that's not strange. You understand? But it look good.
Yeah, Cardinal Avenue looks good.
Yeah, man. You know, well, for me, that avenue now is Eldon Avenue for me, because Cam Eldon was the man that really.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cam Eldon was the man that really started to put that together. You understand?
Be with all the shops and everything.
Yeah, I'd like to see that the name of that change also. Trust me. But up countryside this morning, I said, you know, when I get up there, see some changes and the place clean and nice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it make me feel good, boss, because that's where we come from. Don't care how they want to put us down or anything. That don't mean nothing to me no more. They can't hurt me no more. You understand? We work hard to keep this clean, and we still work hard to keep this clean. We spend a lot of money on this island to keep this clean. You understand? But imagine what it would look like in a year, and we're not going to a place to put garbage or, you know, things to work on garbage and things like that, like them trucks and things. What Cayman would look like in 12 months. You understand? But thank God we come this far, and we got things to work with, in the garbage especially. So I'm just hoping that dump do blow up like that one up in the Philippines a couple of days ago, you know. A dump blow it up.
Really?
I don't know if anybody died or anything, but I'm hoping this one don't blow up, because that'd be a hell of a thing.
We wouldn't want that to happen for sure.
I heard you mention something about movies, man. I said, boy, how nice it would be if Mr. Butter Theater was still there.
I don't think the projector would fit.
Oh, I don't know. But them time...
I think they got some high-tech stuff now with projectors.
Yeah, them time the Central West, we were really saying it, though, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking this morning, boy, all this nice cricket playing around the world. The woman them is playing the cricket today. And if your Uncle Clyde was still out in our shop, I could imagine he would have a 50-inch TV out there. and old Mickey Hudson, I know he would come in sometime, and boy, it used to be a good time in that shop at Jallo, trust me.
Listen, I got to break away because I got some commercials to play.
Yeah, man. I know.
Thank you for the call, though.
Yeah, man, all the time. Yeah.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, man.
We'll be right back.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
If you're riding an e-bike or scooter, the rules of the road apply. These devices are treated the same as motor vehicles. You must be at least 17 years old, hold a valid Category 0 or Category 2 driver's license, and your device must be registered, licensed, and insured. You must obey traffic signals, road signs, and road markings, and operate only where permitted by law. These are existing legal requirements. Enforcement begins 16 January.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. Let's go straight to the phone line. Someone's been patiently waiting there. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Hello. Are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Charlo.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, and you?
Did you decide to get the Barbie doll for the lady?
Yeah. Did you? I'm going to get the latest one, though.
Well, I'll tell you a little story, Mr. Charlo. I was talking to my old boss from way back about 30-something years ago, and I said, I said, I got something to tell you. Would you like to get me, or I wanted to get me a toy car for Christmas? But he laughed. He laughed and he laughed and he laughed. and still make jokes about it. No other business, please. I'm telling you what. So, I think I would like to hear what scientists would have to say about it. What it can do for the human brain.
You mean playing with toys?
I mean, an adult actually, say a female having a doll playing with, and a male actually playing with a toy car. What it does to the human brain, I was trying to figure it out myself, but I think it might.
You didn't have enough people to run the test on.
I wonder what scientists would say about it, because in my opinion, I believe that it could do good things like relieve stress. I believe so. Bring back memories of
childhood
good times. Yeah, I think so, Mr. Charlo. I think so, and sort of renew your spirit, and I just believe it could be good, a good thing for adults. And I think I heard that they have actually adult toys. I mean, well,
depends on what you term adult toys.
those types of toys. Yes, sir. So I think it could be a good thing for the brain. I believe so. I strongly believe that, Mr. Charlo. But I like your Hollywood approach this evening too, Mr. Charlo. And I think I think it's a good thing. Speaking about the Hollywood celebrities and all that sort of thing, I think it's a win-win thing. All the the Bob Marley approach and the Hollywood people.
Well, thanks for the call.
Yes, sir. Have a wonderful day too, sir.
All right. You have a great afternoon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, playing with cars and dolls. Forget about the stresses of adulthood and regress into childhood once more. Got a little WhatsApp message here. Hello, Mr. Glidden. Blessed, wonderful Monday to you all. I'm asking if you could wish Dr. McPhail a wonderful, blessed day. He has a lot of ambition, and because of his ambition, he's a legend and a general. Keep on hanging high, Dr. McPhail. Yes, Dr. McPhail, we wish you a wonderful, blessed day today on this Monday. As I told you earlier, in the control room once again, we're still getting our renovated studio all together. So you won't actually see us online on YouTube and Facebook, but you can hear me. And the audio is what really counts here, because this is radio. And if you want to start a conversation, comment on a conversation, pick up the phone and give me a shout. I see the police are looking for a hit-and-run driver who left a cyclist laying in a roundabout on Rex Creighton Boulevard early Saturday morning. How do you do that? How do you leave somebody laying in the road after you've had a collision with them, whether it's your fault or however it happened? But how do you just drive away after something like that, huh? Interestingly enough, I think it was Saturday morning, that my wife was pontificating about how selfish the roads are built without enough room for pedestrians and cyclists. She didn't know that this had happened, even though I'm sure we heard the sirens because we live pretty close to where this happened. But on the older roads especially, you can have some close calls with people walking and riding on the edge of the road, like Crew Road. Let me tell you, you better be aware when you're driving or walking or cycling along Crew Road. The fences are practically right at the edge of the road. There's not much, space for anybody to walk. And you not only have the cyclists and the pedestrians, but nowadays you got the e-bikes and the scooters. All that's along there, boy. You got to watch out. But I know for some of the latest roads, I think there has been some effort to make it more safe for cyclists and pedestrians, but it's still a problem overall. And of course, the problem is not just with the roads themselves, but also people. People are probably at the heart of the problem, whether it's the person driving the car or the person riding the bike. You got to use your head, right? Bad driving habits, like not paying attention because you're on the phone, even reading a text or whatnot. But then even people on bicycles or the e-bike scooters, sometimes they're doing, wild things that will lead to somebody getting knocked down, a collision happening. And at night, I'll tell you, at night I avoid Crew Road because, the edge of the road, there's nothing there. And people riding bicycles without a light, dressed in dark clothes. And, it's now you see them, now you don't. You just got to be careful. Got to take a break. Be right back.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Kim and Brack and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Hey, new drivers, don't just drive, drive smart. Cineco and Inspire Cayman's Safe Driver program will show you how. Get real-life simulator training and classroom sessions to help you gain experience, stay alert, and avoid accidents. Learn to recognize risk, manage fatigue, and make smart choices behind the wheel. Certified participants may even pay less for Cineco motor insurance. Learn more and register at cineco.ky. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And if you want to let us know what's on your mind, the numbers to call 1-800-534-8800. 8255. That's compliments of Flo. You can also call on 949-8037, 949-6990, or WhatsApp 925-3261. And we do have someone on the line now. So let's go to the phones. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good afternoon.
Hello, yes. How are you doing?
Yeah, you're talking about the traffic accidents and so forth.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody, or not everybody, but so many people on the road is just not used to common sense. They're just like they're going crazy or something. You know, even in the back, you know, the people are crazy. You know, they overtake you and then they come right back into your little lane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even yesterday, a taxi driver came right back into my lane. I had to hit my brakes from running into him.
Yeah.
You know, the people are just crazy. I don't understand what's wrong with them. Like, they're not going to common sense. You know?
Well,
they will take you on a turn when
like this,
come in, you know.
You know what they say about common sense, right?
Red lights that never dim the lights.
You know what they say about common sense? It's not so common.
Yeah, it's not common no more. No. The people, I don't understand people, but another thing the government failed to do, and they're going to do it, or they didn't do it at least. They raised the price on the expats licenses, but they never. As far as I know, I am starting to be corrected, but and they never the expats coming in here don't know how to take no road test. They don't have to go on the road, and they never saw around a burger or.
I think it depends on. I think it depends on what license they have.
You got to take the test, the written test, or the computer test, but they don't have to go take the road test, and they need to make them take the road test before they exchange the licenses. You know,
I think it depends on what license they hold, what country they come from.
Yeah,
not certain about that, but
I see when you went to the inspector there that they used to take out people to get the license. They say that some of me used to ask them which one is the brakes and which one is the gas.
Well, I saw that the other day. A story about a guy who was an inspector there, and he now gives driving lessons.
Yeah, you need to before they can exchange the license. They need to have them to go on the road and take a test. The government need to do something about this thing with these people crazy.
Yeah, and I don't think what we see on the roads is all expats. I mean, we got some local people who do some dangerous stuff out there also.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that because this taxi driver yesterday here, he was a Cayman too. But the people must understand, if you overtaking another vehicle, the other vehicle is moving too, you're not stopped.
Oh, exactly.
So you shouldn't just come and come right back into the left lane right in front of you, I see them doing it all the time.
And a lot of people still don't know how to use a roundabout.
And in this thing, I mean, having way too much accidents, something need to be done about it.
Yeah, well, you heard what the commissioner said, the police commissioner. He's saying that the driving in Cayman is abject. He put it, the driving culture is abject.
And then,
very, very poor.
It's too easy. Yeah, on drunk driving, it's way too easy on drunk driving. It's way too easy on people that are pushing drugs. I mean, Cayman can say got 100,000 people. Singapore got over 7 million, and less accidents and less drugs and everything in Singapore. So why they can't control it more better in these little islands?
Well, I mean, the police can't be every place all the time, so that's how it happens. But
Yeah,
I've seen
but
I've seen some cars out there with equipment that you wonder how they just drive around.
You know, Cayman is the land of laws, but majority of them are not carried out. That's the reason why places like Singapore, the laws are carried out, and they're very strict on drugs and so forth. You see them walk along the road here like a zombies. Canberra is 12 miles long, and they tell me they can't see and know who pushing drugs. Something wrong with the system, man. Something need to be done. But, you know.
Well, thank you so much for your input.
Well, thank you for letting me come on the show. You have a good day.
All right. You have a great afternoon. Yeah, the driving habits of people in Cayman leaves a lot to be desired. And what has developed, I don't know. I guess people learn the basics of driving enough to go and take a test and go out on the road and, pass those basic things. But any experienced driver will tell you, I mean, day-to-day driving, you run into situations where you have to make a judgment call. It's not always just set up nicely for you to where you reverse or you just come to a stop sign and you stop and check the traffic in both ways and then you go. I've seen people who don't even do that. They don't stop. They just kind of roll out into the street, right? But I'm a great advocate of driver's education. I think people need to be educated as to what good driving is and also what the consequences are when you don't drive good on the road, when you drive stupid, like the kind of speeding that you see sometimes along the way. If more people realize the kind of consequence that can result from driving very fast and the lives that can be lost and the lives that are impacted from that, and also the danger that they put themselves in. I know there's places where you get a ticket, and instead of paying a fine or getting your license taken away, you're sent to, they call it driving school. But like I know in Florida, you get sentenced to driving school for doing something, and basically they scare you. Like they show you video of accidents, and what, and they don't pull any punches. They show you the blood and guts. There's no holding back. A guy's in a car and he's crushed, and they show it to you. It's like, this is what happens when you crash. So you come out, you go, you'll have to go like maybe 4 weeks to these things, one night a week. And by the time they finish showing you all that film, you feel like, hey, let me just take my time and not end up like what I saw in those videos. Because, what's that old saying? Speed kills. It certainly does. So many accidents either involve speeding or alcohol, and the combination of the two is absolutely deadly. But I think everyone should go to driver's education. You know, learn about how to handle a vehicle. It's not a toy. And the way I see some guys driving on the street, oh my God. It's like they're in a video game. And I think some of these young guys, and I remember one of them, I said, well, where did you learn to drive? And he says, video game. I learned to drive on a video game. Boy, you know, you crash in a video game, you know, you just hit the restart button and you're on the road again. But that's not the way it is in real life when you crash. No, you might never get back on the road again. Let's take a quick call here before we go to the news. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good afternoon, Charlotte. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I heard you make mention just now that instead of taking their license or giving them a ticket, they should go to driving school.
Yeah.
I think they should go to driving school before they get their license.
Well, I was saying that was...
For them to get their license, they need to go to those driving schools.
I'm right with you.
When they do commit those offenses, then we take their license away. And then when they get 3 strikes, then they will not get their license back at all. We're taking away their license. We're taking away their license. We're not sending them no driving school. You're supposed to be able to drive before you get your license. You need to be able to drive before we put you on the road. You're supposed to have driving skills before we put you on the road. A vehicle is one of the most dangerous pieces of weapon you can give a person.
Of course.
Especially if you're under the influence. You need to go to driving school, the one you suggested, before you get your license, get your certificate or whatever it is they're going to give you. Then you take that to the license department, and then that inspector then takes you out to see if what that certificate that you came there with validate you the way that they think you should have been validated.
No, I'm with you. I believe everyone should go to driving school before getting a license too. I gave that example as something that happens in Florida and other states where they show you the results of accidents. But yeah, I think driving school should be mandatory.
We don't have to show no video. They see it. They come up in an accident. They're some of their best friends. Some of their best friends got killed in a car accident.
Well, that's true too.
Some of them was passengers in the car accident, and they still end up driving stupidly. And they was in the accident, and they survived. And 6-7 months afterwards, speeding down the road again. So showing them the video of someone who was in an accident, I don't think that will make much benefit because, like I said, they come up in plenty of accidents all day. Matter of fact, we got accidents all day. A lot of people died in Cayman from accidents. A lot of our friends.
Well, listen, I got a break and go to the newsroom. If you want to hang on, you're welcome to.
Cool.
But
I'll call back.
All right. Okay. Thanks for the call. It's 1 o'clock. Let's check in with the newsroom.
Yesterday,
today,
always and forever.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
With your latest headlines, I'm Elizabeth Charles. Vanguard Risk Solutions has named Andrea Balderramos as its new chief executive officer, following approval from the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority and the completion of its acquisition of Balderramos Insurance Services Limited. The company says the transaction strengthens Vanguard's market position and supports its long-term strategic objectives by combining the capabilities and client bases of both firms. Balderramos takes over from Tom Gamache, who served as CEO for 6 years and will remain with the business in a consulting role to support a smooth leadership transition and continuity for clients and staff. In international news, the Trump administration has opened a criminal probe tied to Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's testimony over an expensive headquarters renovation, a move Powell calls a, quote, pretext to pressure the Fed into deeper rate cuts. In a rare joint statement, former Fed chiefs Janet Yellen, Ben Bernanke, and Alan Greenspan, along with other senior economic officials from both parties, denounced the investigation as a, quote, unprecedented attack on central bank independence that belongs in a, quote, emerging market with weak institutions, not the U.S. And according to Reuters, Italy's antitrust authority said today it had reduced a record fine imposed on U.S. e-commerce giant Amazon to 752.4 million euros, or 878.2 million U.S. dollars, from an original amount of 1.128 billion euros. The authority, which fined Amazon in 2021 for abusing its dominant position in logistics services, recalculated the penalty following a regional administrative court ruling last September. Those are the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
At HSA, we strive to provide the highest standard of care with compassion, integrity, and dedication. And so we say thank you, Cayman, for continuing to make us the most awarded organization on island by voting us the best of Cayman Islands in 9 medical categories. Your support reminds us why we do what we do, to serve the Cayman community with kindness and excellence. To find out more about our award-winning services, visit hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Captain Maybury Salisbury Kirkconnell, OBE JP, 1931 to 2002. Captain Maybury's career in public service began as a young man when he received medical treatment and would spend his school holidays assisting the local doctor on Cayman Brac. He was one of the pioneers of Cayman Brac Power and Light Company, Faith Hospital, and Kirkconnell Community Care Center. He was a deacon at his church and often served as lay pastor, an opportunity he cherished. He was also a master mariner. Captain Maybury was elected to the Legislative Assembly in 1980 and served for 20 years. In 1996, he was elected Speaker, the second person to hold the post, and the first sitting MLA to be elected to the position. He did not seek re-election in 2000, but later accepted the legislators' unanimous call to return for another term as Speaker. He retired in 2001. Captain Maybury treasured his years in public service and lived by his motto, country before self. Although he and his wife, Marilyn Nee Parchman, had no children, they raised a grandniece, Otelia McKeever Scott, and Captain Maybury helped several Brac young people to obtain a higher education. Captain Maybury, Salisbury, Kirkconnell.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the weather, the forecast for today. First, let's take a look at the current conditions. Here in Georgetown, 81 degrees. It feels like 87. Winds out of the east-northeast at about 13 knots. Humidity 84%. And the forecast for the rest of the day calls for scattered showers. That goes straight into tonight. And we've already had some of those around here. Winds expected to be out of the northeast at 10 to 15 knots with higher gusts. And seas slight to moderate with wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. Sunset this evening at 6:05. And a few people here on WhatsApp asked me to wish Dr. Steve McPhail a happy birthday today. So, Dr. Steve McPhail, happy birthday, man. What are you, like 38 now, maybe? You know? You enjoy yourself and make the best of today. Yeah, Dr. McPhail, always a man that you know, when you listen to him, you probably pick up something. You probably learn something, you know, when you listen to him talk. But I wanted to make sure you understood what I meant about the driving school. People should go to driving school before they go and get a license, and you know, be run through you know, some kind of training, because to just get a learner's license there and then go out, you know, with your friend who is a little bit older than you or something, or who happens to have a full permit, and you pick up their bad habits, you know, whereas a driving instructor would be able to, you know, put you on the right path to understanding how to handle a vehicle on a road, and the things that you will have to encounter, and you know, teach you about respecting, you know, pedestrians when they're trying to cross the street. You know, I mean, I know my grandson went and took some driving lessons, and he would come back and tell me things, you know, and I said, "Oh, really? That's the way it's supposed to be done?" Yeah, okay. Well, and again, when you're driving, it's so much judgment that is involved in driving a vehicle, especially as much traffic as we have in Cayman today. Sometimes it's amazing. You know, you're waiting to get out onto a main road, and it's like, where the heck are all these cars coming from? It's for a little island, we have a lot of cars, and we need to have people who know how to drive well. And you know, just today I was when I was coming into the station here, you know, besides the driving, you got the other component of, you know, the scooters and the e-bikes, right? But I'm coming down the road here, and one of these little scooters, and there are two people standing on that little scooter. You know, a guy and his girl. I imagine it was his girl, because they were awful close on that bike. And the poor woman, I mean, she looked like she was terrified. It was like, please don't fall. But you could just look at that situation. Two people on that little scooter, and you just know that that's not safe. You know, you have to balance on there. The two of you have to, you know, coordinate your balance. I'm sure the guy couldn't stare as well as he would be able to stare if he was just on it by himself. But, there they were going down Elgin Avenue, doing a balancing act on this little scooter. Of course, they all got to get those registered. What is it, by the 16th? They all got to get their e-bikes and scooters all straightened out. I haven't heard anything about this insurance hitch that they came up with at the end of the week here, about people can't find insurance companies that will issue them coverage on their e-bikes. I don't know. The government was saying maybe they're using the wrong terminology when they approach them, because you have motorcycle mopeds, actually, insurance for mopeds that is required. So maybe that would be under the same thing. But that's interesting little hitch there. So we go wait to see whether there's some kind of clarification on that or not. But today is what? The 12th? And the 16th is supposed to be the deadline. So I don't know whether that was just a little hitch that people ran into and now it's all straightened out or what. But we haven't heard anything new about it. But certainly that will be something, if it's not straightened out, is going to really cramp someone's style here, because supposedly everyone is supposed to be, registered and all licensed and insured by the 16th. And we'll just have to wait and see. Iguanas. I see a news article here in the Compass. The government has just renewed a contract to cull iguanas. 2-year contract. Pretty nice contract here. Was it over $500,000 for 2 years? $566,400 contract. And they're going to try and keep the iguanas down. And apparently they don't think that they will, at least not anytime soon, be able to actually eradicate them. They just, what they call it, suppress the green iguana population. But I didn't realize that a contract for culling iguanas, so that's $566,400. So what's that, like 200 and what? Almost 300,000. Per year, 566,400 for 2 years. Sounds like a pretty good contract for me. I don't know. I wonder how many they have to kill in that time. Is there like something that says in the contract, well, you have to eradicate X number of iguanas over 2 years, or you just go hunting and just depends on how lucky you are. What does it say? More than 1.7 million green iguanas have been killed by hunters since the program started in 2018. That is that's even hard to fathom. that 1.7 million iguanas have been killed by hunters. Of course, it is over what? This is like 7 years. Yeah. But still, a lot of lizards. That's a lot of iguanas. I wonder if any of those go to some of these restaurants that serve iguana. Some of the Latin American delicacies that you eat iguana. I know down in I had family that was down in Swan Island, and I know they ate some iguana down there on Swan Island, working at the U.S. Weather Bureau, and I remember a story about an American guy who had come to the base there, the U.S. Weather Station down in Swan Island, and he told him, don't feed him any iguana. He was not going to be eating any iguana. And I had an uncle, Uncle Al, who was down there working for the U.S. Weather Bureau. He was the chef. And so this American guy told him, don't you serve me any iguana. He says, okay, no problem, And one day he served him up some lunch, told him it was chicken. The guy woofed it down. Delicious, Al. This chicken is good. Then he brought out the hide of the iguana and said, he tastes real good today, huh? The American guy freaked out. Ran out, put his finger down his throat, and you know what happened after that. I don't know. I've never had iguana. Never really had the desire to eat it either. It's weird. Everything tastes like chicken. Whenever it's something that is unusual, like, people don't eat it that much, but, it tastes like chicken. So, chicken is like like a universal taste for food. You just dress it up real good, put some gravy on it or something, season it up, and everything tastes like chicken. What else is going on around the place? See a story here in Cayman News Service. The UK is worried about its overseas territories as far as nature is concerned. They just published some new policy document on how it plans to work and support its overseas territories in efforts to conserve, protect, and restore nature in the face of growing challenges, including climate change, overdevelopment. I guess that's us. Cayman must be under that column, right? And exploitation. Maybe we're under that one too. The British government said in a document that the outlook for nature in its territories, which are home to more than 90% of species connected to the UK, is of grave concern. And the word about climate change and the rising sea level. So in order to support us, the UK Overseas Territories Biodiversity Strategy sets out the goals the UK is committed to that will help place environmental resilience at the heart of decision-making. And the Minister for Nature, says they want to reconnect people with nature, champion its benefits, develop skills and talent in the territories, and maximize opportunities for funding, partnerships, and collaboration, and strengthen and implement management and regulatory frameworks and enhance environmental resilience. In the statement introducing the policy document and strategy for biodiversity, the minister said that with the support of Joint Nature Conservation Committee and the territories, they had set out the top priorities for nature to guide future long-term investment. So, I wonder what that means for us. But we have seen the loss of a lot of, our natural assets. And, Cayman's growth has produced a lot of prosperity for our people. And I know people will argue against that. But if we are to grow, and future generations will also have the ability to work and find jobs as time goes on, we have to find that balance between development and preserving nature. It would certainly be a shame, or maybe even a sin, to see someplace like Little Cayman, be developed to the extent that some areas of Grand Cayman has. Of course, they don't have the capacity in Little Cayman to do everything that we've done here. But even in Grand Cayman now, every day it seems, more concrete is poured somewhere. A little piece every day, another little piece of our natural environment disappears. But the door is open to development. It doesn't seem to be any real effort to control how much development we have, because I always give West Bay as an example. It was like in a flash, there were apartment buildings going up all over West Bay. It wasn't there yesterday, but it's here today. It's like, where did all those buildings in West Bay come from so quickly? And do we need to control how much development, or do we just let the natural economic breaks control that? Because the rate of building that we see going on now was not always so. You have cycles, right? You have, I'm sure you've heard about the boom and bust. You boom and then it goes bust, it slows down, nothing's happening, and then it picks up again. We have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Afternoon to you, Charles.
Hi, there's my man.
You're open mic, is it?
Oh, yeah, we're open. We're open for business.
I just wanted to say quickly, You were talking earlier on the traffic with the people walking on the road in dark clothes in the night. You're absolutely right. I've seen that a lot on riding with dark clothes in the night.
Yeah.
It's a horrific thing for me to drive in the night, tell the truth. Especially here on Crew Road. And it's really bad. And other roads are so, but we caused that ourselves.
Hello? You there?
Yeah. You're speaking. You were speaking also on the tour. Early on about Singapore, and a little earlier on also something quickly about the toys with adults and so forth, and toys and cars and dolls. We got to remember too, many women have stuffed toys, more stuffed toys than more young girls have, and all that. Adult women,
Yeah.
a lot of stuffed toys, teddy bears and other animals and so forth. Over the years, I've noticed that it's not just something new, man. Years, it's kind of a thing that's been done many times. Though adult men say, I'd love to pick up, I go to a toy store. It's like second heaven to me. We went to the toy store to look at the cars and stuff that they have.
And some of them are so real nowadays.
So real, bulldozers and heavy equipment. What I'd like to say just briefly, quickly, and hang up. With Singapore, we can't compare ourselves to them. Singapore is a nation, an independent nation, and they have very strict laws. They can do it. They have 3 things we don't have, 4 things. They have unions, they have direct income tax, and they have corporal punishment. I repeat that, corporal punishment and capital punishment. 2 things that we can't even think about, though we'd like to maybe. But that makes a huge difference with crime. You do a crime, you might not get the capital punishment for the crime, but you're going to get flogged. And that is standard thing there. Sometimes it's mandatory for certain crime. You will be flogged. That's what corporal punishment is, a whipping. And also they have the capital punishment, the death penalty. So there's a lot of difference with them and us when it comes to controlling crime. Yes, we can do a better job. Yes, I'm wondering about what happened to all the unsolved murders. What's the investigation to the Tempura thing? I don't hear any of our representatives asking constantly about that and about the death of that young lady who was found in the car. We still don't know what that was. The public doesn't know.
Seems like that went
And
cold.
the missing people. Missing persons investigations. Where is it going? How do they talk with the police? Often we don't hear our elected representatives on the radio asking questions about those important things that I just mentioned. Unsolved murders, the missing people, and the 2 recent deaths there with one missing journalist and that young lady that was a very high position in investigating for the SEMA and so forth.
The Monetary Authority?
Monetary Authority. What are the conclusions there? Where is it?
I don't think there was any conclusion.
This is what I'm saying. I don't hear any of our elected representatives keep badgering and asking about that, as they should be. I'm disappointed in that. Charlo, you have a wonderful day, wonderful program. I listen on.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. You're talking about Singapore. I remember was a few years ago was some young guy, he vandalized some cars or something, and he got the rod. Yeah, that was his punishment, not jail time, but I forget how many strokes of the cane he received. and it was a big international uproar about it. I think it was some American kid who his family lived there or something, and he went out and vandalized some cars in the street when he got caught, and he had to take a whipping with the cane, and that's sort of like the tamarind switch. You get hit with the tamarind switch, you don't want to experience that again. We have to take a break. Be right back.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your sister islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your sister islands.
Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter will be taking appointments from January 12th to 15th at his Crew Road Clinic. Appointment slots are limited. Whether you're seeking advanced skincare, Botox, filler, cosmetic skin enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice.
For more information, email Dr. Porter Kman@gmail.com or call 946-9020 to book your appointment today. That is 946-9020.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. Let's go straight to the phone lines. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Charles GLIDDEN.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Oh, I'm thanking God for blessed day.
Great.
But I need to ask you one traffic question because I don't understand what it is. When you come in by the mango tree, you have a sign that say give way.
Uh-huh.
When you come in going up to Foster's, you have one on that side say give way. But then when we come in there, we have to stop for them that the sign say give way because they do not stop. What that mean, Mr. Charles?
Well, if a sign that says give way, that means give way to the traffic that's crossing you.
But they do not stop, Mr. Charles.
Well,
They don't want to stop.
Again, bad driving habits, bad driving culture. You're talking about right into the roundabout there?
Right in the roundabout, Mr. Charles, you got two give way there. One close by the Mango Tree restaurant and the other one going to Foster's up on the airport road.
Well, the basic rule in a roundabout is the vehicle on the right has the right of way. So whoever's on the right of another car has the right of way. It's a circle, right? So there's always somebody, if everybody comes up there, it's always someone on the right.
So they're supposed to stop there, Mr. Charles, at this time we say give way then.
Yeah, okay. If you're going to Foster's.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're crossing the Mango Tree restaurant.
Yes, sir.
And a car is coming from Foster's.
Yes, sir.
And they could turn on to, what is it, Crew Road? Or is that Shedden by then? Anyway, they're gonna come from Foster's and go right to go downtown.
Yes, sir. But
you have to wait for him.
Yes, sir. But
because he's on your right.
Yes, Mr. Charles, but they don't. This is why I don't understand.
You mean the people by the mango tree is not giving way?
No, when you come in there, that you see the sign after you pass the mango tree coming off, that you want to come on Shading Road, where the giveaway sign is, sir. They do not stop there.
But they're entering the roundabout.
Yes, Mr. Charles.
Well, yeah, you have to go by the vehicle on the right, having the right of way.
That means the give way sign then is not necessary then.
Well, the person coming from Foster's also has to give way if a car is there by the old Napa store, right? He gives way to him, and the person over by Mango Tree has to give way to the person coming from Foster's.
That's what it. That's why I say them. Mr. Charles, they don't.
Well, you see, that goes back to people knowing how to use a roundabout.
Okay.
You know, I mean, that's why we say that people should be educated as to how to drive. You know, because
like the hospital now. When we is the first one that get their move.
First one there, and if everybody if you arrive at the same time, again, it's the vehicle on the right.
Okay, sir. I understand. Another thing, Mr. Charles, what I don't understand. They say that if you're going to get a job, you need to have experience for the job. But then again, why don't we have experience then for driving before you go for your license?
Well, that's what we were talking about was people should go to driving school. There should be driver's education. I mean, you could start out by putting driver's education into the high school, you know.
I understand that, sir.
Or if you're an adult and you're not in high school, if we were to make that available, then you know that you have to go and take driving lessons. That there's actually a program to educate people as to how to drive. And create a culture in their mind as to what good driving is and how you should conduct yourself. Because some people, you know, once they get behind the wheel, it's like they have a personality change, right?
I see that, sir.
If you're in the store and, you know, the two of you kind of go for the same thing, oh, go ahead, you know, you're polite. But it's like they get behind the wheel of a car and they become some kind of, you know, lunatic.
Yeah. Is they excited?
You don't have any courtesy or, you know, you want to own the road.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing, Mr. Charles, when I was getting my learner's license, I had to go and get it from the traffic department. I couldn't just put an L on my car. I had to go and get a learner's driver's license.
I think you still have to get a learner's license.
But Mr. Charles, I just see I'm putting the L in a car and somebody just teaching you and that's it.
Well, if something happens, I mean, I think there'll be some consequences to pay. But you can't get behind a car unless you have some kind of license, a permit to drive that car, because you got insurance that is involved. And if you do not have a permit, which is your license, you got a big problem on your hands if you get in an accident and someone's driving your car, even if you're with them in the passenger seat, you got a big problem on your hands as far as insurance is concerned.
Because I see a lot of that they just take the L and put on a car. And
but how do you know? How do you know that they haven't got a learner's license?
Well, Mr. Charles, when I went to get mine, they gave me the L after I think it was $25. I paid for my learner's license. They gave me the L to put on the car. I didn't just go and buy one or just put it on.
I'm not sure how that part of it works.
This is what I want to understand. We definitely have to have a permit from the licensing department to teach a
Yeah.
person to drive with a learner's license?
You need a learner's license.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for the call.
Thank you too, sir. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean,
Have a good afternoon.
you too. Have a great afternoon.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, you can't get behind the wheel of a car and go out on a public road unless you have a permit to do so, which is, either a full license or a learner's permit, because once somebody without some kind of license is behind that wheel and you get in an accident, you're driving without any insurance. There's no insurance covering you if you do not have a permit to be on the road driving a car. So yeah, you must have a driver's license. Someone sent me a video on WhatsApp. They say it is the public restrooms down at Public Beach. And in this video, this restroom is looking in bad shape here. The towel dispenser is all messed up, open. The toilet, the seat on the toilet is broken. It can be completely lifted off, as they have demonstrated here. The seat, the cover, the whole thing can just come right off. And they're saying, what kind of thing is this? This is the Public Beach bathroom, and there are Public Beach, and there are 3 ships in today and 6 tomorrow. What a disgrace! So, not only it's a disgrace because the tourists will be coming, but it's a disgrace for anybody who has to use it, right? And who put the restroom in this kind of condition? I mean, you really have to be rough on a toilet seat for it to come completely off. You have to do that deliberately, I would think, And then the paper towel dispenser is open, and there's some paper just laying up in there, but the door looks in bad condition too. But it is a shame. But this is probably a good chance that maybe this is some people living here, our own people, who did this to the public restroom. Again, what kind of mindset is this, that you're going to trash a public restroom? We got to take a break. Soon come back.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN money transfer card. It cost me less. And perhaps she use the card pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Yeah, what's on your mind? Give me a call, 1-800-534-8255. That's courtesy of Flo. Other numbers you can reach me on, 949-8037, 949-6990, and WhatsApp, 925-3261. That's the WhatsApp number. And I was just talking to Paul here, who's on the board, the electronic board, that is. And he was saying down in Trinidad, at public restrooms like that on the beach, you have attendants who are there, and people just don't walk in. You pay a small fee, like $1 or something, to actually go and use the restroom facilities. You can even shower. It's on the beach, so if you want to wash off, you can go in there and shower, or use the bathroom facilities. And there are attendants there who are, taking care of the place, and they're cleaning it every so often to make sure that the facilities are, sanitary. It looks like that's what we need here, something like that, because if it's just open and people could just go in there at any time, even if they don't have a reason to go into it, they just go in and rip the toilet seat off, open up the towel dispenser, wreck that. That's ridiculous. But, if you have to pay to go in, then, you're probably just not going to go in there and vandalize the place. Or at least you might discourage it. But, that it is a shame that people would do that sort of thing. Vandalism in general is something that is hard to understand, and the mindset that people have, that they just go and destroy something. And maybe Mickey's right. They should do like how Singapore does. You go and vandalize something, you get 6 strokes of the tamarind switch. We have a couple of callers on the line. Let's take a call. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Hello? Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things I noticed this morning down at the North Terminal downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a new water fountain. It looks like some late technology there. I never seen one like that yet, but they have to lock it off. They build a little house over it. So until the tourist ship come in, that's when they use it. You understand?
Okay, they can lock it until it's actually needed.
They built a little roof over it. The security guard, he can use it in the night if he's thirsty, because you have a key for it. Otherwise, on that, it's not open. And it's very, very sad to say. You're not pointing the finger at nobody, But it's lucky, especially them toilets down 7 Mile Beach and things. It's lucky they didn't burn them down a long time. Trust me, boss. Yeah. And about how they kept. Boy, I tell you, I wouldn't want to be the person that is cleaning them, I could imagine what they find there at times, because them toilets there are open to the public all the time. Like I said, it's hard to point your finger because you don't know who's doing it.
So you think maybe we should charge $1 or $2 to go in? Seriously?
Yeah. But I don't know, Chalo, what kind of security you can put there, my boy, because I tell you now, we discussed that last week, how dangerous a security job is. And I remember Pirates Week, 2024, I think it was, Pirates Week. 2024. I was down there to the port. That's where I was hanging out for a part of the night. And some little youth, Caymanian youth, come to ask the security guard to open the toilet. Security guard don't want to open the toilet. And the youth tell himself, well, just hold on there till I come back. And at that time, I could hear that the youth were drinking and all and things. And as the youth left, the security guard opened the toilet. When he come back with some company or something else.
Yeah.
So I tell the security guard, I say, look, don't take no chance with them youth, man. Open the toilets, the public toilets, and you got function going on right in the center of town here. You need the toilets to be open. You understand? Yeah, so I don't know what to say about that, boy. I mean, it's been going on for a long, long time in our bedroom, and it's still going on,
With the toilets at the public beach, you're talking about?
Yeah, on the public beach, and at that terminal there, they gotta have at least three ships, 4 ships, 5 ships for that terminal to be open, right? And you got the tourists walking up and down looking for toilets and things like that. It's really not fair, and that don't make us look too good because tourists, they talk. They can carry it back home and they can talk about it. You understand?
Yeah.
So,
for a couple of years, lost you there. Lost you. You there?
Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, man. So I say the minister, he needs to look at these things too. Them toilets needs to be open. Both of them, them terminals. When you got cruise ships inside your man. If you got 2 ships, you just can't open one terminal with toilets. Because the tourists is all over town. You understand?
Yeah, you could probably use some public toilets, out into the town.
Yeah, but why? Like I said, for a couple of years I've been going on. The minister need to look at those things, man. You understand? Because we need to give some service to the tourists. You understand?
Mm.
Yeah, because we depend on them. Anyway, Chalo, later, man.
All right. Thanks for calling back. Take care. Do we have another caller there? No? Okay. Yeah, because I've heard, people talk about tourists. You got a lot of ships in, and tourists will want to come into a place, and they're asking the stores or other retail places down there. They're not really shopping, but they're asking if you can use the restroom. And if tourists have to do that out into in the middle of town there, then obviously when you have all these ships in like that, you need extra facilities as far as restrooms are concerned, not just down on the dock itself, because people leave there, go out into the town, walk around, and people need to use the restroom. And if we're going to be a destination for cruise ships, although it seems like the emphasis is not as heavy on cruise as what it used to be. But still, we still attract a good number of ships, even without, the docking facilities. And on certain days, there's quite a few people walking the streets of Georgetown. And you can't expect the stores to just open their restrooms to all those people. They've got their customers to worry about and take care of. So if you're going to have people just coming into your place to use the restroom, that doesn't really work out too well, So we probably could use some kind of bathroom, restroom facilities outside of, the dock area, because people are, walking all over Georgetown. And when nature calls, nature calls. It doesn't necessarily call at a convenient time either. Not when you're, on vacation and just walking and exploring the place. It can come at the most inconvenient of times. And what they say, when you gotta go, you gotta go. We got a caller. Good afternoon. No, that dropped. Okay, we lost that one there. But yeah, if we're going to be a cruise destination, we got to have the right facilities, and perhaps they care about a restroom more than they do about a dock. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good afternoon.
Hi. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. You?
I'm okay. What's on your mind today?
Came on. Oh, a lot is on my mind.
Been a while. I haven't heard from you.
Yeah, so even a fool needs a break. You had the song say when a fool drinks. You had the song say when a fool drinks his own heart.
Yeah.
Well,
but don't tell me you broke your heart now.
And everybody been calling. I don't hear you. What's going on? You and Charlo fall out? I said not yet, but you're working on it. Charlo. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I know you're going to be going to the news, but can I hold on the news time?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're getting close.
Yeah. Charlo, the garbage on this island is becoming a bigger and bigger story throughout the island. I mean, we had a pretty good cleanup for the holidays, except for the day that normally would be a delivery pickup in some areas. We had that holding over the Christmas until the Boxing Day, I believe they came out. But I think it happened last year as well too. Garbage not being picked up before Christmas. They can correct me. Who was listening, they can correct me.
All right, just hold it right there. That's what we're going to talk about when we come back. Then the garbage not being collected. Just hang on for me, okay? It's 2:00. Let's see what's making headlines.
We are Radio Cayman.
Covering Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, and Grand Cayman.
1 in a million. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market.
With your latest headlines, I'm Elizabeth Charles. The Cayman-based Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility and the University of the West Indies are offering an online course on the fundamentals of disaster risk financing for small island developing states, running from January 28th to May 13th, 2026 on Wednesdays. The 40-hour postgraduate program is aimed at finance and economics professionals, disaster risk and climate change practitioners, and policymakers working in SIDS and carries 4 continuing education units. Tuition is listed at US $400 with scholarships available for select participants and applications due by January 16th, 2026, with more details and registration available through the UE Global Campus and CCRIF websites. In international news, a Norway-based watchdog says at least 648 people have been killed in Iran as security forces crack down on anti-government protests, with the true toll feared to be higher amid a near-total internet blackout. BBC journalists say they and most foreign media cannot report from inside Iran, relying instead on satellite links and verified online videos that suggest a level of bloodshed some correspondents describe as potentially akin to civil war. Amazon is starting test flights for its new drone delivery service to carry small packages weighing under 5 pounds. The trial involves a limited number of flights ahead of a planned launch later this year that aims to deliver eligible orders within 2 hours. Amazon says safety is the top priority, with drones using onboard cameras and machine learning systems to spot and avoid obstacles, such as clotheslines, trampolines, people, animals, and other aircrafts while flying quietly over town. Those are the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. Let's take a quick look at the weather. Here in Georgetown, it's 81 degrees, feels like 86, and the wind has picked up some. It's almost blowing at 16 knots out of the east-northeast, humidity 82%, and the forecast calls for scattered showers straight through the rest of the afternoon and into tonight, with northeast winds at 10 to 15 knots with higher gusts, and the seas running 2 to 4 feet. And we have one of our frequent callers on the line here standing by, and you were starting to talk about garbage collection. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Yes, getting back to the garbage, it seems like don't care what government we get, it seems not to have no real serious restrictions on our garbage, residential apartments, or whatever the case may be. The garbage, I was trying to walk my neighborhood a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Jello. The garbage outside the people's fence, I was stifling. And then the people walks their dog up in here, make them do the number 2, and leave it right down there.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable to see people do the things that they do, and they have to live in the environment, in the island. I don't understand why cleanliness doesn't bother some people. You know? We got these wooden garbage bins here and there. And the garbage is inside of the garbage bin and it belongs to owners. And nobody's doing anything about it. You think that making our pickup guys healthy? I don't even know. Did they wear a mask when they go do this garbage? The garbage is deplorable for our people to go out there and handle. In fact, as I'm concerned, the people of these islands and the government don't give a rat's about our environmental, I know it's part environmental, but our guys, they got to come out in the morning and deal with this situation. It is not fair to their health because the insurance might even cover them. And that's beside the point. Insurance and a pension may not even be enough to take them through until death do us part. People got to do better than this. People are just simply nasty, and I don't know what kick that gets from it.
And some places there's more garbage on the ground around the bins than there is in the bins.
Yeah, and still putting these little Foster bags or any other store bags into the garbage bin. I expect the man to go there and pick up 25 to 50 little bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it goes on. And I know they get tired and say, you know what? We'll leave the rest until next week. But then again, they pile up on top of each other again. I mean, I didn't dream that I would ever live to see Cayman become like this. Honest to my goodness. So, Mr. Glidden, have you drove across the Grand Hyatt to see what I was talking about, those rocks?
No, I haven't. I haven't gone down there, but I know what you're talking about. Those big boulders that they're putting down there, and you were saying the last time we talked that you think they're too close to the road.
Yes, I need to put these little rocks into this mesh and closing them up and tightening them up and all that kind of stuff and shaping a fence. I guess they're going to probably cement them all together now and call it mackerel and cheese, you know? But the thing that bothers me, we got 2 tunnels, and I've been asking where is our emergency exit in and out of West Bay and in and out of Georgetown. You understand? Now we got this hotel with these crazy rocks making whatever they're making. God forbid if anything happen. What about in and out coming on that main road? Well, the tunnels over that road as well too. I mean, for the back, you understand?
Yeah.
Where is our emergency exits on this island?
You mean like to get out of West Bay, say?
In case anything happened to those tunnels, Mr. Glidden, they're all man-made, and anything that man-made can fall.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not really tunnels per se. They're more like overpasses.
Whatever you want to call them, overpasses, tunnels, cement.
But you're talking about if they were to collapse or something like,
If they was to ever collapse, God forbid.
Yeah.
God forbid. I hope they never do. I hope they never do because we have no emergency exit out of West Bay for our people.
Yeah, well, at least.
And I don't know who.
You got to branch off there when you're coming out of West Bay. I mean, you can either go down the highway or you could go West Bay Road. So,
Mr. Glidden, you're still going back up on the two overpass, one with the other. You got one came out of Bay and one and two Smith.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God!
I mean, it would be unlikely unless you had like a major earthquake or something like that. But both of them would go down.
Mr. Glidden, how you're talking about building and so forth a while ago. Now, I say, Mr. Glidden, talking a bit of sense now about all this building going on here, man.
You said that as if I usually don't talk sense.
You sure don't. And I try to bring it to you, and you don't want to hear it. I mean, you're going to fall out for real. You got to probably give me a work permit to come in and call your station. But anyhow, Mr. Glidden, put all joke aside. We got to look at the future for this island.
Of course.
We don't know who we're building for because look at West Bay Road going into the farm road. Look at those condos there on the left hand side. You think West Bay are gonna be able to rent one of them or buy one of them? No disrespect to them.
Yeah, especially those on the water down on the. I guess they're on the Iron Shore actually.
Yes, they are on the Iron Shore, and that is good enough for them. And this Grand Hyatt, that gone so far out. I'm planning to make a grand tour behind it to see really how far out in the water they gone to because in that far look longer than down in the piece of property that I saw sitting some years ago. But
yeah, I remember there was
shores.
a bit of a uproar last year sometime about this walk thing that they're putting out into the sea. That was some kind of eco.
No right doing that. That's not their water. That water's for everybody. The government should not let anyone put anything over our water. Look at that. They're trying to fight that for his peace and all. No, that Cabana's still hanging over the water, and he got so much power up until they now move it. So anybody can come in and request anything, and they can get it done, and they can build up apartments without back doors. But if I go in, come back, I got to pay for my comforter at the port of duty. I got to pay duties on my comforter. See where I'm coming from?
And you're saying in the meantime they get concessions.
They getting the concession left, right, and center, and then you go buy an ice cream cone that costs $7 that came on the bay.
Yeah, true.
Who are they building for? And when is this man going to come to a stop? Do you see where he putting one now behind the National Bank there, came on the bay? He got 3 all the way back there by Shetty's hospital, and now he got one coming behind Cayman National Bank too. I mean, he got to break this island in two.
I mean, as far as I know, those are plans that were made years ago that are now coming to fruition.
Mr. Glidden, I do not care how many years ago these plans have been made. There is a time to stop. S-T-O-P with a capital S. It's sometimes to stop something, not because you had to the tunnel for 20 years, that every government come in, got to continue to fill your 20 years plan. And then when your 20 years plan is finished, you're going to come back with another 20 years for the rest of the government? Come on, Mr. Glidden, something has to give.
I didn't follow that last part.
Huh?
I didn't follow exactly what you were.
Your order is giving trouble. Your order is giving trouble.
No, I was hearing you. I was hearing you. But what you're saying that even though if they had planning permission, it took them for the next 15 years.
Just say they had a 20-year plan with building on this island.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the 20 years is coming to an end.
Uh-huh.
They're going to go and get another 20 years to continue building more stuff on the island. It's like he has no end. We need some stopping going on in this island. You just can't just keep saying yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, well, it seems like the money has no end. That's for sure. He has the money to keep going.
He need to put it somewhere else. Yeah. You go and build apartments. You can build apartment, no, depending who the individual is, without any back doors. If I want to put a shade in my backyard or a piece onto my house, I got to go through planning. And then planners out, they're giving so many locals such warm time. They got to get this, and they got to get that. And by the time they get it, and they call it inspection, you need this, you need that. Why can't you go and give these people a list of what you need, what they need, before taking them around in a gig? People have been waiting all 4 months. Private owners waiting all 4 months to get an approval from planning.
Mm-hmm.
What is planning doing? They don't value anything. They probably ain't two Caymans inside the planning no more. But you know what the biggest problem is? This concession and this on the table situation, because they can't go now and give you no check because you go to the bank with a check for $50,000. They ask you where you get the check from. You go to the bank with $5,000 and won't ask you where you get it from as a little local person. Man, we're not being treated right on this island, and Mr. Glidden. This is a new year. We didn't expect to bring all this back into this new year. We want better. We want some stoppage at certain things and more gain to the few Caymanians who's left. We got Caymanians here who's punishing, can't get a house, but the bank can give you a loan for half of $45,000, but can't give you something to buy a piece of property. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's always been the big question.
All that needs to stop, man. Listen, went somewhere the other day and me and a friend of mine, 15% gratuity. They said there's no law for gratuity. That's what some girl was on the station some time ago. I didn't even fully listen because I was pissed to the stone.
And I've seen gratuity being charged 18%.
Yeah,
probably more.
Well, if there's no law in it, it needs to be removed. That is why people do the things that they do. And then some of the poor people is expecting a tip on top of that because they know or tiny share of gratuity up. They're not getting that much. They're looking for a tip to put in their pocket. They need to cut that gratuity out and let the individual collect their
Earn their tip.
Tip on the tip at the table. And let the manager take care of the cooks. If they know that your people cook and serve some of the dishes for the day, you give them a few extra dollars. Don't put it on the servers.
Well, listen, I got to go to a break.
Yes, you go right ahead. We talk later.
All right. You have a good afternoon.
Good.
Got a couple of callers on the line there. Please hang in. We'll be right back.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Freedom, Kim Brack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
And we have a message on WhatsApp here. It says, the problem with the garbage is we need a proper pickup system. Some people take their recycling to where there is containers, but not all households can do that. The animal owners need to take a doggy bag with them, maybe a pooper scooper instead of a doggy bag, a pooper scooper. They don't put it in proper garbage bags. Yeah, probably time we get containers. Everybody's whether you charge a fee or whatever, but you have a recycling container and another general garbage container, and you separate it, and recycling is done right from the gate. Right? We have some callers on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Charlo.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. I want to give thanks, Mr. Charlo. And if you hear me complaining on the radio, you can buy me a toy car.
Okay.
To help me with the stress that I have. But, Mr. Charlo, I want to give thanks and thank God for the political leaders. Thank God for the business leaders. Thank God for the teachers. Thank God for the tourists. And so many Caymanians and foreign people do. I got to thank God for them, and all that. They've been real, did I mention the church leaders, the religious leaders?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I gotta thank God for the religious leaders as well. These people, they help shape the community and they do very well. Sometimes, people may want to curse the rich man, but he has done very much for a lot of us. The same wealth people have done a lot for plenty of us, and we got to give thanks. We shouldn't curse them and try to be rebellious and behave bad. Sometimes we got to be a little more disciplined and give thanks to people. If they were developing in some other country, we would be trying to invite them to Cayman.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, sir. So, and then,
sure, there's a lot of Caribbean islands that are envious of us of having, somebody like Dart that is doing so much development that they would like him to come there to their their home.
I don't believe it. You're
to
right.
do some development.
That's right. And then now too, I mean, I don't find it within my heart to say anything bad about rich people because they some have treated me very well. I mean, I don't want to get into that, but talk about it. But I mean, I don't believe in no form of hate at all, you know. And personally, I think they should have laws here in Cayman against expressions of hatred. I think they should have hate laws. I mean, they have them in the States, right?
Well, you mean like hate speech?
Yeah, hate speech and stuff like that. I think they need. I think we would do well with that, you know, so you don't have problems about talking about nationality and talking about this one and talking about that one. Make it illegal. You know that you express yourself.
Well, yeah, that runs into a lot of complications with freedom of speech and all that. But hate speech is something very specific.
Yeah. I think something needs to be done, Mr. Charlie, because this is paradise. We got to protect it. You know, we can't just say and do what we feel like and express ourselves in a certain way that cause people to get riled up and to become hateful, and then it turns into something else. So we got to discipline ourselves a little better and do better and try to say things that would be good for the community and not to make people upset, and uncomfortable. We got to try to make people comfortable in our country because there's big signs that says welcome to Cayman, welcome to the Cayman Islands. So all these people that come here, and we got to welcome them and try to make them feel comfortable, like welcoming someone in your home. You make them feel comfortable, and not just
and they have to respect us also.
Yes, sir. I believe that because we got the laws. You lay down the laws and stuff like that, but just we got to make people feel comfortable here and that sort of thing on this island here.
All right. Well, thanks for your input.
Yes, sir. Okay.
You have a good one. We have another caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
It's my time again.
Hi, the man with the last word.
What a beautiful afternoon we have, and what just gorgeous weather we having, man.
You enjoying it? We had a shower or two up here in Georgetown.
Yeah. I was listening to the last caller, some of his comments that he was making. Yes, we can make people feel comfortable if they will abide by our rules and regulations. That's just not someone from another country, but our own as well.
Yeah.
Charlotte, what really grieves my spirit to see what's happening with the environment when you talk about a beautiful island. We was raised up, and you was one of those that was taught this. You will have a hungry belly, but a clean environment to live in. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening now? People that just don't care. They just get a big belly full, and they couldn't care less about the environment.
Or anybody else.
I got on the show so many times, and again this afternoon, I am saying I am so much in sympathy for these guys that try to clean the environment, the garbage and everything, while people just don't care what happens. If you go on the road and you got a police with a speed gun and he see you speeding, you're going to get a ticket. How it is in this Christ world that these people come in here, Caymanians and everybody else, barring none, and they throw the garbage out any kind of old way, and these poor guys got to go and just pick it up. One specific gentleman in USA, he said, Mr. Orman, you know something? One time I was picking up a garbage can, and this rat jumped out and up in his stomach, up in his chest.
Whoa.
Okay. This is the kind of thing that we're talking about. You need a clean environment. The people are coming here and they're noticing the garbage all over the place. What's wrong with the Department of Environment? Call you out, brother. You need to take this in charge and charge people. But everybody seems to be just stand still, not saying a word, while the whole island is becoming a big mouth trash more. Something has to be done.
But don't you think generally, though, DEH does a good job?
Hang on. If they do a good job, how come these poor guys that picking up this garbage got to get so stinking and full of garbage that is thrown all over the island?
But I mean, is that DEH's fault or is that the population's fault, the public's fault?
That's the point. That's the point I'm making. You should be prosecuted if that's what you're doing. And this goes back to the Department of Environment to prosecute these people that are taking liberty and literally destroying the island. Okay, that's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
It needs enforcement, big time.
Yeah, I mean, lots of time you see the garbage there, and you're not really sure who put it there, right?
Well, I can tell you, you're not sure who put it. That's not an excuse, because I'm sure that these people are throwing out of this garbage on top of barbed wire in a plastic bag. That should not be allowed. It should not be allowed. Everyone that has a house or apartment should have proper facilities to put their garbage in.
Yeah.
And this is where we need people to go around inspecting and see that it's done. This thing that's going on about excuses and the cow is dead and the horse is fat, no. It's time for this to stop. What do you think, my friend? Are you still there, or am I still there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here.
Say something. Come on, say your opinion, my friend. Come on.
No. If people are putting garbage out, and I'm sure that there are already laws in place against that. And if you know who's doing it, then charge them. Charge them. I'm sure there's littering laws, there's environmental laws against how you dispose of your garbage, especially since we have a DEH who will collect your garbage. But, it is beyond me why you would just throw garbage out and live like that when you have a service that will come and collect the garbage from your gate. Why would people do that? I don't understand.
Why? Because the reason why they're doing that, because there's no enforcement. There's no penalty. I like the law in England that you separate your garbage, your aluminum, your plastic, and everything else.
Yeah.
Why not have it here? Just everything thrown in the garbage can and it stay there and stink. Come on, man. Is this the best that we can do?
In Prospect, they ran a pilot program, which as far as I'm concerned, it works. They issued these containers that have lids on them. They're on wheels. They're specially designed to be picked up by the trucks. And they issued them to the residents in Prospect. And they're big, so you can contain quite a bit. And I think that has worked. I think maybe that should be just done island-wide. Now, mind you, even though they have these bins, right, I still see places where garbage is on the ground around the bin. And, I guess, as one of our callers was saying before, there are some people that are just nasty. Just plain nasty.
Those are the people should be targeted
Yeah.
to pay the penalty for polluting your island.
So you'd like to see DEH have an enforcement unit that goes around and inspects and can issue citations.
Not what I would like. It is a must that it needs to come, and it will come. I'm telling you, it will come. We are sick and tired of all of this. The cows did and the horses fought and nothing happened. Yeah. Every household, every apartment building should have garbage cans, regular garbage, and one for your aluminum, one for your plastic, like England. Why can we not?
For recycling, yeah. But listen, guess what? You've once again you have had the last word.
As usual. Okay. All right.
Thank you for calling. Have a great afternoon. And yes, that's it for Talk Today for Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all of you who called. I'm Charles Glidden. One love.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama.